Hello and welcome to Zondell, Lands of Discordance, a Dungeons & Dragons 5e campaign. We have with us 4 of our players, including a couple who've been chasing butterflies a little bit, on and off, and we will resume where we left off last. Having managed to get into the Shimmer, avoided some lava worms, and then some fat rock fire chickens, as the party had no idea what in the world these things were. They managed to spook them off and ascend the buttes that they had camped under, and found themselves at the top, able to see bridges that led off to a house built on a hill atop one of the far buttes, bridges connecting them to it, and the telescoping apparatus sticking outside of the building that matched the description that Count Strahd von Zarovich had received from his scouts that had been trying to bring Yllenda back with several arcane texts and objects that she had stolen from Castle Ebonpeak. During their scouting, in addition to failing to bring Yllenda back to the castle, they also found out that there appears to be another version of Strahd, a alchemist of some kind, that has been living in the realm and stitching together patchwork flesh and bone constructs of some kind that have been not the most pleasant to observe. And this is what limited information that the party has thus far had, other than that Strahd has called this individual a ghost that they thought long gone. And now that everybody has ascended the butte, that is where we will resume. Anything that any of you would like to do?
Talk about the dream we had.
Okay. What
That
specific
was
parts?
like, who was that god that was killed?
I don't think it was mine, but then again, do I even ever remember my dreams? No, not really.
Okay. What briefly you and the others would remember included several different fragments. Pictures of a small red-skinned girl on the street working as a urchin to get by and survive. Strahd watching as Sergei and Tatiana became engaged with jealousy and a look at his aging form. Another version of Strahd with blonde hair, more rugged skin, stitches all over, as a graveyard split open deeper than within the layers of the dead to further darkness. A figure attacking another one, the latter having a long white beard, holding 2 tablets, as their form made of darkness and stars and shifting nebulae was run through with a sword, and a burst of primal sound and light unleashed as fragments of different planes and demi-planes and other crystal shells all started flashing by rapidly before cracking and shattering. And that is what was remembered from all but Strahd, who, when asked about it briefly by Syl, said that he remembered tinkering away in some dingy room on something, but he wasn't sure what.
All right. Well, guess we gotta go make for that other Strahd and kill them? Question mark.
Question mark ping? I mean, why don't we just tell Strahd to go deal with his? Because who knows? What if he's not the real Strahd? Like, come on, work with me here. I know that my common sense usually is very rocky at best, but just follow me, okay?
This is very true.
This
Thanks.
ain't it near the real Strahd.
Wait, we're in front of Strahd?
Yes.
Yes, Strahd is here with us.
I just said that he was talking with Syl about the fact that Syl asked about their dream, and Strahd saying that they had a different one.
Right. Well, even better, because he should hear this. Yeah, we don't know if you're the real Strahd. Like, you should be. But, like, who knows? Maybe it's just some, like, half-cocked plan from hundreds of years ago. Point is, why don't you just go and go deal with him yourself? You're, like, 50 times stronger than me. And look here, there's sometimes I'm putting in a little bit of work. I think, honestly, for going to be 100%, if anything, I mean, we could come with you, but I think you should go. You should look this imposter in the face and strike him where he's standing and take him one shot. And then give me like 2% of it as I broke out your hashtag paladin life. What do you think? I think it's a great aim.
Okay. Your microphone suddenly went a lot softer and distant. I did hear it, though. He just narrows his eyes slightly. There's a slight smirk and says, "What is real?" I think that, yes, I will need to face them in some fashion if they are not found by one of you first, but it doesn't particularly matter who's real or not in this fashion. They were my attempt to rid myself of my evil impulses back when I first started trying to reform myself. And I had thought it simply failed as I was shunted out of this demi-plane I had been in into this realm, the Shimmer, for what brief time I had spent here before returning to Ivorab and Castle Ebon Peak. Evidently, the other piece of myself, whether it was my more evil impulses or just some other part, did cleave off and continue somehow. But that is in respective of what we are here for. Yllenda has many things that we need in order for the ritual I wish to enact, and things that could be of use against the Heart of Darkness and that which the stars rejected. In addition, this alchemist version of myself has Yllenda, and she has Starfall. And I highly doubt that if this alchemist version of myself is my evil impulses, that it has anything beneficial for the rest of creation planned with that sword, if it can somehow gather control of it, wrest it from Yllenda, or control her.
So, it was a lot of big words, a lot of magical talk.
Yes.
It's great. I was following you. But as you know, the grains of thought process of you is really sandy. Really sandy.
Benny, darling, Benny, you're sounding a bit gravelly there.
Yeah.
I'm
It
sorry.
sounds like a microphone got partially unplugged if you're using a headset.
Okay, I'll fix it.
What was that yelling?
Mind that? That was my dad in the background. Don't mind that.
That's hilarious, Jay. Just be like...
Just trying to find my brother.
Fix your mic. Okay, I will. As I was sitting right longer in the background, like you.
Mind that.
Is it just me, or did benevolence regress in age like 15 years?
Yeah.
20?
Again, I will fix it. Give me 2 seconds. It's because I'm away from my computer and I'm using my phone. That's why.
He's eroding.
I don't laugh at that one. No. I don't want to laugh. But yes, so are you saying you're not gonna go fight him now, or yes? That's all I want to know.
I don't know where in that structure, or if even in the structure, that they will be. I think it is very likely that I or all of us may have to do that. But, as I was saying, I'm just trying to ensure you're aware of what the stakes are. Since you seemed quite distracted during our last 2 battles.
But at least you felt great after the battle. Some funny.
You do know I already have a court jester, right?
But he's not as solid as I am. And besides, who actually gets away with saying some of the stuff that I say right in front of him? I mean, come on. Come on now. Come on. Come on. It's me. It's your boy. Benevolence. Been here for a while. Come on.
You sound like a robot. I can't take you serious.
Sounds like a tin can.
Yeah, like a tin can.
Yeah.
Tucking into one of those.
Why don't you try disconnecting audio and reconnecting it, see if that makes any difference.
Your can string isn't tight enough.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an echo there. Some reverberation. Not quite the dubstep level, but still.
It's not evil kitsunes, but, you know, it's still pretty bad.
I know it's better because I just got to my computer.
Okay.
Yes, that's much better.
Yeah, it's a mixture of phone. Well, my phone is fine. It's the mixture of like Wi-Fi is really stupid. As I was saying, so yeah, come on, it's me, your boy, Benevolence. I literally practically get away with saying anything with you. I mean, I'm not really like patting myself on the back for it because I'm surprised you haven't just like evaporated me into like I don't know a couple pebbles and a marble, but
What?
I must be some kind of special to not have died yet. So therefore, I know you have a jester, but I'm benevolent. It is what it is. Up top, I'm holding out my hand for a high five.
He just
One,
arches. He arches a brow and hang on. I think it's going through Fennec's microphone there.
My bad. My bad.
Benevolence.
All right. He arches a brow and he says, "Firstly, I don't imagine how in the world you think I might have possibly sired you to call you my boy, but it is more still trying to prove that I am reformed in that you have not been turned into, how shall I put it, powder
Rue?
to make new cement."
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't think of that one before. Who said you weren't a funny guy?
I have a wonderful sense of humor. I'm not sure who would have.
Apparently so. Like I said, I keep you laughing from time to time. Maybe we have more in common than we thought. But I appreciate you not turning me into sedimentary powder, because that wouldn't have been cool. But same thing.
I mean,
I
if
think
it was in the Frostheart, then it would be here. It would be pretty warm, I would think.
right. So then I would be more like tar. But you know, hey, same difference. Same difference. Point is, I'm still living. So, how about we go find out where he is? We come back, send you like a carrier pigeon or something, and you come in all of your Strahdness, and you just zap the guy, and we go home and eat some good food, and listen to Fennec play music, and it'll be a real rock and roll kind of show. You feel me?
As Guts is leaning back, he chimes in. That seems rather cowardly.
What seems cowardly?
Your name is Guts?
Oh, sorry.
I was just about to say, I was like, influence
well,
is
like-
showing.
Yeah, I was like, when
Yeah.
did my master become Guts? I thought it was Guts. First of all, I don't think that's cowardly. I think it's smart, and especially after your branch tree incident, you telling me just to go in when you feel like it can almost get me killed, Mister. I don't take damage. As I was saying, Lord Strahd, I think we'll find it. Send
How
your
else are
carrier
you supposed
pigeon.
to temper yourself?
Easy. Temper yourself in a not so oh shit situation.
You don't get stronger by facing people that are easier than you.
I didn't say easier. I just said on a more closer level playing field, not a oh you're a god and I'm literally a rock kind of playing field.
That
I
god
would
of yours
also-
almost died.
Sorry. I would kind of pipe in as like, hey, before we get too far off topic, what kind of insult to common diction is the word Strahdness?
First of all, try not to get me killed, friend.
And
Okay?
it's not an insult.
Exactly. Look at him.
I'm not saying it's an insult to Strahd. I'm saying it's not a word. It's a very
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's a noun, really.
Thank you, Fennec.
I would think that that would be an
Adjective?
adjective or an adverb, depending on the usage.
One of those,
Just
whatever.
do something real though, like
Does Benevolence have a
Glory of
level in
Strahd.
Bard?
I do not have a level in Bard, but I really probably should put a point. Just
Strahd
cause.
writes his own dictionary.
Sing songs of his Strahdness.
Owen's sitting over there just like, oh, this degree I got means nothing.
Of
Pretty
course it
much.
does. I need help spelling sometimes. I have to write a letter to me mom, and I'm going to come to you to come do it. Because let's be honest, me and Fennec can't really spell. Siliqui will probably stab me before she writes the thing. Dobbs, you see him. Strahd, he's Strahd. He doesn't need to write me a letter. But you, my friend, look, I was struggling spelling the word Confucius earlier. I don't know
Oh,
where I
yes,
got
Confucius.
lost.
I have no
CONFUS.
idea what Confucius is.
Neither do I. See?
Isn't
This
it
is
a
why I need him.
rap artist?
This is why I need him. Anyway, your Strahdness, if you, I think that's a good idea. We find him, we send you a carrier pigeon, you come, and we all fight together for honor, for glory, for Strahd and country. All in favor.
Hey, darling, why don't we just have him come with us?
You're not going to be cowering behind him while he's fighting for Strahd and country, is he? Are you?
No, because first of all, you wouldn't even let me. You'd probably throw me into the front lines if I started hiding behind him.
Would be funny to see.
No, it would not.
10 out
Oh
of 10
no,
would like
Dobbs
to
is
see.
throwing anyone's team off.
Siliqui, I thought we were friends.
We are friends. That's why you're still alive.
Incorrect. It's because I saved you once or twice.
Exactly.
That implies then that you're not friends.
No, it implies that it was just because I saved her. If it hadn't been for that, when I first met her, technically we were going to kill each other. It's a gray on
This
gray
is
crime.
true.
Gray on gray crime. It's okay.
My lands are not a country as of yet, and separate from any larger kingdom, but this intrigues me, the possibilities, perhaps, after this is all dealt with.
Of course you should have a country. I mean, look at you. You're great. You're magnificent. You're wonderful.
Well,
As
I mean,
in,
there is Gisella's duchy and the lands that I have. That's a sizable area, and land between, which is mostly wastes.
we'll populate it one day, put in some flowers, put in some nice good sediment and soil, some compost stuff. It'll be really pretty. But first we have to do this step, and we can't die. So would you come with us? Please?
I mean, everybody dies eventually. Just some take a bit longer than others. He
Okay,
kind
well,
of just smooths out his coat a little bit.
I'd rather the latter versus the earlier. All right, all right. Besides, I have some dragons to go kill because, and there's like a really sudden twitch on his face, but they kind of killed my family and like my friends, and so can't die here. At least I gotta die over there. You feel me? So that's a yes, and you coming with us, right?
I had no intention of not going with, just that depending on how things are once we are in there, we might possibly end up having to focus our efforts in different parts of the structure to find them.
Well, all I know is that Dobbs isn't gonna let me walk around with you because he's gonna think that I'm just gonna hide behind some other bigger rock. So it's fine, as long as you're with us. That's all that matters. Can you do like a super cool thing where if I like snap my fingers 3 times and I need help, you like somehow hear me and like can come help me, or no?
It depends on where I'm at. I do have some healing magic.
Actually, I
I
can
li-
do exactly that, technically speaking.
I like where this is going. Then, even though I'm not the leader of this group, and I don't even think we have a leader of this group, and I'm technically not the smartest one here, I think it's a great plan and we should do it.
Oh, it is a good plan. I am agreeing with you not being the smartest person here.
I know, it's okay.
I think
It's
we are
why I
all
like
of
you.
agreement of that.
Yes, we know that. We know. Rock for brains. I know. Little couple loose marbles in the chamber. It's fine. The point is, I'm still here and you guys love me. Am I right? Huh? Huh?
Well,
The
I don't
one
know
word
if I would go necessarily
so
that
well
far,
with
but
flute.
Wait, hold on. So many people spoke at once. You guys know I can't catch all this at once. I'm slow as literally a rock going down a hill. What did you say, Fennec?
I said the rolling marble sound does go good with the pan flute.
See, this is why we're in business together. This is why you get me. Lord Strahd, what did you say?
I said I'm not entirely certain if love is the correct word there, but okay.
Okay, mildly are intrigued with me. How about that one?
Slightly amused? Occasionally?
So we're gonna work on mildly intrigued. That's our next step. Got it.
I think perhaps you
Might
should
I,
focus on survival first.
Yes, might I remind everyone, there is currently a giant slime that's currently occupying the entirety of Castle Ebonpeak, and a giant heart of darkness that's occupying the area nearby. So, time is kind of at the essence, and we've been standing here for a little while, haven't we?
Well, time is different here than back in Frostheart, but there's the possibility that the fragment that split off from me might be preparing something the longer that we take, yes.
So let's get going, because I don't know about you, but traps hurt.
Well,
Onward and
let's
forward.
Alright. So, what is going to be the marching order?
Dobbs in the front.
Scylla's gonna be up front.
Okay. Of the two of you, who's going to be at the very front?
We'll be side by side.
The bridges are such that that might put you on the outside.
Him on the outside.
Some people can fly, can't they? They're better.
Some might have the means.
Yes. So, rock, paper, scissors. Dobbs. Guts.
1, 2, 3.
Scissors.
I got a rock.
Ah, you go first.
See, you always have a rock. Always play paper with him.
Alright, so Dobbs, Sill. Anybody else wanting to go directly behind Sill?
One's gonna try and
Feel
occupy kind of
safer
the
with
middle area.
benevolence behind me.
Is that because you feel like I wouldn't kill you, or what?
Yes.
It makes sense.
After Strahd, I think I trust you the most out of everybody here.
See, that's what I'm good for. That's me.
Oh, and the short one. But
Are you talking about my lovely partner in crime?
Darwin?
Oh, no,
Thank you. I
I
appreciate
meant my.
that.
I mean, well, also my other partner in crime, but I meant the other partner in crime. The one, the only, the Iron Maiden.
Have you ever even committed any crimes?
Me?
Only gets.
I mean, depending on who you talk to, it could be his very nature that is.
I mean, technically, I was an accessory to the crime. So.
Alright. So, after Sill, it's going to be Darwin, Benevolence, which of you?
Darwin will probably be behind Benevolence because that puts him more in the middle of the group.
Okay.
Umbra will be taking up the rear.
Okay. Strahd will go behind Darwin. Nail will be ahead of Umbra. Miranda. And
Miranda's in the back.
Okay.
And she will be flying.
Alright, and Fennec, are you going to stay in the basket, or are you going to use your room?
I think I'm gonna stay hidden in the basket for now,
That's my dice.
but I'm gonna have my broom out just in case.
Okay.
How tall is Fennec?
Oh, Fennec is. She's like 5'5".
Yeah, I thought you were. Yeah, because I thought
Oh
you
yeah,
were
so
pretty
you're
tall.
definitely taller than Darwin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost a foot, actually.
Well, I'm not a dwarf. I'm a fox, so.
Yeah, true.
You are approaching the first bridge. You can see that there is a small outcropping of rock on the other side that is just offset slightly. And it appears as though it is set in such a way to try and hide a cylinder of some kind within it, a glint of metal that you catch before you actually get up to the bridge itself.
Anybody good at traps?
Making them or disarming them, Crystal?
I kind of side-eyed Syl.
What do
Yes.
your elven eyes see?
I'm a human.
That's what they all say.
Sleight of hand for trap defusal, right? Is that its own independent thing?
Typically, it would be that, or if you've got a kit for it.
Gotcha.
No, but seriously, what do you see?
There's a cylinder over there with some metal glinting up.
It's like a trap.
So
Yay
would you
or
think
nay?
that I want you to set one or disarm one?
I'll go see if it's a trap and disarm it.
Okay, so you're going to cross the bridge?
Oh, it's across the bridge?
Yes, it's on the other side of the bridge.
How long is this bridge?
The bridge is about 25 feet across.
Oh, I thought it was on our side.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just have Miranda fly over, that way no one touches the bridge.
She's the only flyer we know of.
Anyone else like to volunteer?
No, there's Fennec and then there's Umbra. They're the three flyers in the group.
Miranda rolls her eyes and takes a wide berth and goes around to the other side.
Okay. How close are you going to get to it?
How long is the bridge?
25 feet.
25 feet. Probably 30 feet.
Okay.
And inspected.
Alright, go ahead and make a perception check. I will say at disadvantage, since you're trying to get details of it while staying away from it.
$15.
Okay. You think from the distance you can see some markings that are carved inside it, but you can't make out what they do.
Mage hand
Okay.
and poke it.
Okay. It does not seem to react.
Is it light enough to be picked up?
You're not sure from the distance how much that it weighs, 1 second. Let me double check the spell.
yeah.
Just to make
Use-
sure.
It's not a lot.
I know. So I'm just checking to see because of how heavy that the thing is, without saying how heavy it is. No, it would not be able to with the spell.
Well, I mean, I still try. That's
Yeah, you can tell from trying that you do move some of the rocks that are attached to it, but there's some of them that are adhered to it very firmly, and it doesn't seem to lift just up.
pull on the metal sharp piece.
That's what I'm saying. It's the cylinder itself doesn't lift up.
Well, I'm not trying to lift the cylinder at this point. I'm trying to lift the glinting piece of metal.
Right. That's the cylinder itself. It was covered with rock that's been adhered to it.
Oh. Is it close
Shoot
to
it.
the edge?
It's about 10 feet from the edge.
Get down.
That's it.
Come from the opposite side of the bridge and slowly move towards it. Inspecting it every 5 feet. So at 20, how far away do I need to be to not roll at disadvantage?
Considering how much that is covered, I would say maybe 15.
Okay. So 5 and 9. The first one is 14 at 25 feet. 17 at 20 feet.
Okay. At 17 feet, at 20 feet, you can see that as soon as you get that distance, it starts to glow. You're not sure yet what the markings are, but it definitely does seem to be reacting. So, are you choosing to go further with that information, or does that alter things?
Hold up. I pause.
Everyone just kind of shouts from across the way, "Hey, everything going all right over there?"
I don't suppose you'll let me Eldritch Blast it to try and push it over the edge.
Well, you can certainly try to attack it.
Yeah. I was going to use Firebolt, and I was like, yeah, fire damage, force damage. Let's go force damage. Just in case it's explosive.
Okay. Alright, so go ahead and roll to attack.
28.
Okay.
16. And 18.
Okay. It does hit for the first one.
Okay. um. In the same
Throw
span,
benevolence at it.
in the same span, I took Cantripist feat, or the Cantrip Master, so bonus action to Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. What was the damage that you could...
Um, 10.
Okay.
Can't you shoot 3 at it?
Yeah, I did. I missed on 2 of them.
Oh,
Damn. Tragic.
it's not like it's a stationary object or anything.
It's a tough stationary object.
I don't know. I'm just
That was funny.
being a dick.
That one made me roll.
So 21, 29, and 18.
Okay, the second one hits.
Uh, 13 damage.
Okay.
Is it like pushing it at all?
It was
Trying to get.
Yeah, it was shearing off some of the rock, and you could hear creaking. This time, as you hit it again, more of the rocks shear off, and the cylinder itself snaps, bending backward, and there is just this spray like a geyser shooting straight up into the air and falling down within 5 feet of the cylinder, of this green, highly compressed liquid that is sizzling the ground where it lands.
Okay, so it's acid.
Yes, it definitely appears to be acid.
Does it seem to be active anymore?
The glowing has stopped. You imagine that snapping it in half has probably put it out of commission.
Okay. Is any of the bridge damaged?
No, it is only doing it within 5 feet of it, and it was 10 feet from the bridge.
Okay. Go up to 15 feet and examine again.
Okay. Go ahead and make a Arcana check.
Arcana +0, 17.
Okay. So, you can see that looking at the glyphs that have been carved into it, this structure was designed to draw from essentially a altered version of a endless decanter that has not been set for use with water. And any creature, specifically, that comes within 20 feet of it will make it start to activate, and once they've passed into 20 feet of it, they would have unleashed a sphere of acid outward. very potent and burning away at anything that is within that. And looking at how some of the acid is pooling up, it not only would have burned initially, but clung and continued burning unless somebody was able to neutralize it in some fashion.
Oh, that's nice. It would have burned the bridge.
The bridge and most likely whoever got sprayed with it would have kept burning.
Would it have burned a rock?
It is currently etching away at the rock. Yeah.
Burning the rocks, yes.
But a secret rock like me? I mean, a super cool rock like me?
Probably.
Damn. Alright, I tried.
I fly back over, tell him. It's inactive, right? It's no longer.
The endless decanter of acid is still spraying upward, but aside from that, it is not doing anything else.
I damaged it in a way that it's spraying like as it is, instead of in spherical like fashion to burn and break the bridge and kill anybody who came near it. We should be able to pass by.
Sounds good.
Okay. And Dobbs leading onward.
Ho!
Okay.
I don't think that's calling Miranda that after she helped us so much.
All right. Dobbs, as you are leading them across the bridge, I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Yo, Jonathan's such a dick.
Turns out there was one on the other side that we didn't notice. Just the one on the right, but not the one on the left.
20.
Okay.
Nice.
As you get about halfway on the bridge, there is a glowing ember of a rune activating underneath the plank. And the bridge suddenly snaps in half. You reach out and grab hold, managing to pull yourself up as quickly as you can before slamming into the rock wall facing on the other side of the butte.
Can I grab both sides and hold the bridge together?
Go ahead and make a attack at disadvantage.
Actually, you know what? If it's just torn in half, I can fix that with mending as well, and we'll just have the bridge back up again.
If he manages to grab it, yes.
Yes.
Otherwise, he's going to slam into the rock wall, but he'll at least hold on.
Then he'll know what it's like to run into me.
Keep forgetting that you're literally a rock man. Like,
don't worry, it'll come. It'll come. It'll be easier. Yeah, you're right. You won't.
yeah, I took a metal hoe back to the back of the head back when I was a young child, so I'm pretty sure
21.
I'm pretty screwed.
All right. You managed to just grab hold. Roll a d4 plus your strength real quick.
Strength modifier or total strength?
Strength modifier.
9.
Okay. As you grab hold, you grip it tight enough to make sure that it does not let go, but the board itself is cracked from the effort itself. However, your grip is strong enough that you're holding the pieces itself together. Soliloquy, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw at advantage since you were behind him as it had snapped.
$29. 24.
Okay.
What?
Can you give a roll really fast?
I'm in the middle of my campaign thingy. Sorry.
Bitch, do it yourself. I'm sorry.
Soliloquy, you manage to stabilize yourself, keeping yourself from being thrown over the edge. However, you are at least 6 feet out on the bridge, as Dobbs is currently trying to hold the two halves together.
I'm going to use mending on the bridge.
Okay. So you want to move up to where he is at.
Yes.
Okay. Dobbs, make a strength check.
Don't worry, I'm here to help. Stomping
I was
on
gonna
the
say,
bridge
since
as I
the
get
rope is
over
one
there.
continuous object, all you need
49.
to do is touch the object with your
Okay.
tail.
Though it is increasing the strain as Syl moves closer to you, keeping their center of balance low, they manage to get close enough to start mending the rope and planks back together again as you are holding on. And without any further strain, able to choose whether or not they're going to help you up or decide to scar it. And make you Mufasa.
Scar it. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Is he on the top holding the
No,
or is he
he's
on the bottom?
between the two where the plank had just snapped right through, and he grabbed hold of him and was holding it as you mended the rope together, so at least it would hold in place. And now he can try to pull himself up, or you can try to help him, or you can try to hinder his effort.
You try and push me off the bridge.
Just kick right through,
Oh hey,
or
there's
stab
fire
the
in the middle of the
hand.
bridge.
You know,
Well,
yeah.
If he does that,
away.
I grab him and take him with me.
I'm just saying, it's your choice.
Syl's gonna offer an arm to get him up.
Okay. So, with the help offered and with the bridge mended, you are able to get back up and make your way further forward.
Think
I
we're
rub
even
my
now,
chin and
Dobbs.
kind of scratch my nose with the knuckle a little bit, you know, like the cokeheads do. Yeah, I'm the man. Before keeping walking forward.
Okay. With Dobbs and Syl on the bridge, is anybody else starting to cross it now or waiting for them to finish?
Yeah, hell, let them fucking minesweep it. See if there's any way to lose. Shit, what am I saying? I'm one of them on the bridge.
So, Benevolence, you would be next. Are you following or are you waiting?
Am I following or leaving?
Are you following onto the bridge or are you waiting for them to finish crossing?
I mean, I don't see no wrong with this bridge. It's a good-looking bridge. Wait, better yet, because the only people I trust.
Were you paying attention to the
Fennec, what
part
are we
where
doing?
the bridge just cut itself in half?
Yep, I seen that. Fennec, what are we doing?
Well, darling, I'm flying. I'm not sure what you're going to do.
I'm going to hop onto one of my feathered friends. Somebody
Fuck
has
you
me.
are.
Yes I am.
Your ass. Yeah,
One of them did. I think it was one of Arendel's characters. He carried me the last time.
Yeah,
No, Dobbs.
that
carried
was
you.
Dobbs
Dobbs carried
on
you.
his
No,
back.
I helped you.
So Dobbs is right. Okay. I thought it was someone else. Because I remember you had like 50 characters. So I didn't know which one did it. I just knew somebody
Yeah,
put
one
my behind on their back.
one
And-
flies, and with 9 strength, she ain't flying with you.
Well, how about this?
She can fly with Syl.
I mean, I can't. Yeah, still, just take me.
No,
You want me
Miranda
to
can
carry
take
you?
Syl, but he can't But you can't take your heavy ass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Carries
And
Bill
even
with all the
still is
weapons she
heavy,
has.
but not too heavy. But yeah, benevolence. It is your choice if you're going to cross or wait.
So
Just wait here with me.
I guess I'll just sit here and play tic-tac-toe with myself.
Dobbs mumbles under his breath. Fucking coward disciple.
Just remembered something. You said that bridge is 25 feet across, right?
Correct.
Could I jump it?
I mean, you may attempt to if you wish
You
to.
can try.
You may certainly try.
What
think
is
you
the
can.
normal jump distance?
I was about to say, like, running jump distance.
Like, what, 8, 12 feet?
And then he could glide halfway down.
Oh, and
Is
then
it
he'd hit the-
nighttime?
Then he'd hit the wall and then go into it.
What if someone just throws me
So,
up really high and I just glide over?
What is your strength score?
I think it's an 18. Yes. Yes.
So you can run 18 feet horizontally before you will start to descend.
So what if I use
Yeah.
my wings? Will it slow my descent dramatically?
Well, I mean, you'll still hit the cliff wall, but you won't just plummet to the ground.
Can you
So
use
if
your
I
wings?
sit here, can someone like fix the bridge and like,
The bridge
or
is
like,
The bridge
Like,
has
quote-unquote,
been
fixed.
mended, but it's just a matter of if you were going to cross it while they were going across, or if you were going to wait.
waiting for other traps to see if anything happens, like a
I
coward.
think if that, you know, you really try to eat that out of me.
What is the normal
And I
jumping?
swear on it. I was about to say, can I use athletics? Because I have a plus 13 to my athletics. Can I just jump this thing? I have a plus 13.
Like I said, that has to do with what the jump calculation is, which is what I just did quickly.
Okay, all right.
The athletics is whether or not when you slam into the rock wall after first
Oh,
passing
okay.
a save on, not falling down, that
Right,
you
right.
can try to climb back up again. I mean,
The
so
reason why I
that
ask
affects how
is-
quickly you climb.
The reason why I'm asking about what the normal jump distance is I believe I can jump 30 feet.
So
With
what's
wise.
your strength score?
Strength score is 14, but I'm also wearing the boots of striding and springing, which allows me to jump 3 times the normal distance I can jump.
So
Oh, yeah, you
your
can
long
make it.
jump is 14 feet. So yes, you would be able to.
Oh, so I could go even further. I could go almost.
You can go
45.
42 feet. There's
Jesus.
literally a calculator for it that somebody put up online.
What if he jumps and I jump off of his shoulders while he's in midair?
I think your weight would make that a bit difficult.
Okay. You know what? I like how this weight thing
I think
never
he-
works
I will point
in
out-
situations I want it to work.
Oh no,
But in all
it
situations
does.
I
Another
don't.
benefit of these boots. Another
It,
benefit of
it
these
does
boots
when
is
it
that my
comes to
speed
things
is
like
not-
somebody trying to throw you, for example. It's just most people can see you're heavy and don't decide to throw you.
Hey, here's the thing, though. So another thing with these boots is that my speed isn't reduced if I'm encumbered. So I could, realistically speaking, carry him and still make the jump. Realistically speaking, because of these boots.
Do you jump through the geyser?
Well, obviously, no. Like,
I'll pay you a platinum to see that.
I mean, it's a spraying green geyser. Like, I've used acid splash. And
I
you know what
will-
Acid is.
I will pay
I
you
will wait
2
till they
platinum
go, since I'm so
to see
heavy.
that.
I will wait till they go, since I'm so heavy.
Coward.
That's
No,
not
Owen's just gonna
coward, that's
jump across.
being...
I'll
Dobbs,
pay 5 platinum to see you do that.
No, that's
Da-
me as a
no.
character. That's out of character. Coward. No,
Yeah,
that's
Darwin's
the.
literally just gonna jump across. He doesn't even need to worry.
Yeah, technically, as long as Darwin would be able to lift him and move, then he'd be able to do it. If it's something that's too heavy for you to lift, then you wouldn't be able to.
It's
So-
fine.
So can I
will
try to
just-
lift him?
So,
If I can
Oh,
lift
God,
him, then I
no.
can make the jump with him.
Oh,
No, because
oh
that's the thing.
God.
If I can walk around with him, that means I'll easily be able to make the jump.
Hey, Darwin, I don't wanna hurt you, buddy. It's okay.
Just get on my shoulders.
No, we're not doing this. No, we're
Gotta
not.
be a little bit bolder.
Boulder. I am a boulder. That's the
The
problem.
joke.
That's the
My
see.
shoulder.
He's
okay,
slow.
so
He's
you have
slow.
a 14 strength score, correct?
Yes.
So you can lift up to 210 pounds before you become encumbered.
How much do I weigh again? Like, is it
400.
a rock
I
of?
don't know.
It's like I thought I was like we never specified it. I never specified it either. It's like anywhere from 300 to 500 for a rock that's.
But
What am
that's
I
the thing, though, is that these boots make it so my speed doesn't get reduced if I'm encumbered.
Nearly impossible is 30 instead of 15. So it's not impossible. It just means that you would have been barely moving him. So it is feasible. You would be
'cause
able
that's the
to
thing is-
do it just because it is underneath the upper limit.
Yeah, because
You would
again,
be tired despite the boots just because you're hauling him and
yeah,
he's
I'm
like,
still carrying him, obviously. but-
400 pounds, which is just barely under that limit.
So yeah, I was just gonna hop off his shoulders, like so, like
But no,
he
you don't
jumped
even need to. I can make the jump.
Yeah.
On my shoulders.
Yeah,
'Cause
he can make
boots
the
have-
jump. It's just he's going to be wheezing like somebody's, great grandfather once he gets across.
Oh,
What
yeah, no,
if?
I'm gonna need you to carry me afterwards for a little bit.
Wait. No, wait. Okay, I got an idea. If he's gonna carry me, why doesn't he just launch himself in the air, and then he hold on to my legs and I glide us over? That way, all he has to do is just jump straight up into the air.
I mean, I'll be honest. I would assume that'd probably hurt more than me jumping sideways, because that's just straight going against gravity.
I mean, yes, but
the
on the
jump
part
height
down,
does
2 feet.
reduce.
Jump 42 feet long ways. We can make it across the bridge. We can almost make it across 2 bridges, technically.
all right, that's fine. I will put you on my back. I mean, it's totally fine. I was just thinking of a way not
No.
to harm you as much.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I mean, technically speaking, I've got decent constitution, so I'll probably be fine.
I'll just carry you. It's okay, buddy.
Do
I'll
it.
put you on my
Yeah,
back.
so
Do
get-
it.
So he's
Here we
getting
go.
on my
Do
shoulders.
it. Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
Yeah. All right, friend. If we
Okay.
get through this, you will be one of the dudes too. I'll
So-
trust you just
Oh,
as
no,
much
I can
as I
guarantee
trust.
we're getting through this.
You have plenty of room to back up just slightly, get a running start, and leap, and get across. Let's see. Darwin.
What is 42 feet on the other side of the bridge?
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw as you get to the other side.
Oh yes, this is my second highest saving throw. Let's do this.
2.
Eat your
Yeah,
heart
well-
out, Betty White. I got a 25 on that bit. Wait, at 25 on that bitch.
Yo, imagine if
Well,
it was
there's
just
a
a 2 and a
2.
5.
Okay.
I was about to say.
So you get to the other side and you manage to land and take a couple steps without falling prone and dropping him behind you. So he is able to get off from your shoulders without risking going anywhere near the edge of the butte.
Well then. Whew, I gotta learn
That's
some
my
kind of.
exercise for the day. All right.
Yep. All right, come here. And I just kind of like, I get down and I'm like, come on, and I like, pat my shoulder, like, come on.
Feels like
And he
you didn't
gladly
shake on
leaps
it.
up.
All right.
The
And
good news is you basically have a band on your shoulders now.
All right, that was cool, friend. I trust you with my life now, since we already did it once before.
Very true, very true. And I'm really glad I remembered I was wearing the boots of striding and springing and not the boots of dancing, because if we had tried making that jump with the other boots, we'd be dead. Probably.
all right. While you are in the middle of doing that, Strahd is crossing the bridge. The Goliath starts crossing the bridge. Fennec, are you staying in the basket or going out now?
No, Finnick is going to fly up out of the basket and fly across the bridge.
Alright. And then, let's see. Alan and Neil. Alright, Elwyn crosses without waiting for it to be clear. Linnell, on the other hand, waits. And the moment that Elwyn finishes crossing, the bridge catches fire.
Damn it, Owen! Always fucking shit up.
Alright.
So I can't have elves around.
So, there is a glow from the last plank on the bridge itself after a few seconds of nobody crossing it since it's first activated. And it is presently, the length of the bridge has quickly caught fire. It is not burned completely out, but it is still presently blazing. On the other side is still Linnell, Umbra, and Miranda. So.
Well, Umbra's definitely just gonna pick up Linnell and fly over then.
Do you think Ray of Frost would put the fire out?
Go for it. If you believe hard enough, anything's
I
possible.
mean, it's got the range, but the issue is it's a ray, technically speaking.
Actually, Miranda would have already been on that side unless she came back to talk, because she could have talked loud enough across the distance. So.
I mean, I didn't say I went back over. I came back to let everybody know.
Yeah.
So I probably could carry her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're flying either way, because it's
Yeah.
not been 10 minutes. So. So yeah, everybody is able to get across one way or the other. As the first bridge is burning. Darwin, you said you wanted to try that?
Why you say 10 minutes?
I mean, yeah, it's a cantrip,
Wait a
so I
sec.
might as well give it a try to see if I can extinguish it enough. To mention that's a really strong
Yeah.
spell. line.
Fly is 10 minutes with concentration.
Miranda has.
Oh, yeah.
wings.
I forgot about that. No, I thought that you had used a fly spell.
No.
Yeah. No. Alright, so, yeah, Miranda is fine. Sorry, I missed that, Darwin. You just going to let it burn or try to put it out?
I'm helping him over there with mathing. Yeah, so we're gonna just try to do a Ray of Frost or two, because they're cantrips, they're easy enough. Like, it's literally just point and go, freeze, copper. Oh my god, my jokes are so shit today. Alright.
Just a little bit.
We're just gonna roll this bitch.
They're rocky.
I would have laughed if it was a Mr. Freeze joke.
Yeah, so this probably ain't working because I rolled a 2 and my bonus gives me 9, so it puts me at 11.
Okay.
Apparently I'm still a bit winded after that jump. Flub the line like Fruska. It could have been worse, it could have been a 1.
It could have been a one if you would have shot one of my
I
pests.
accidentally give Benevolence like a cool icy mohawk. Like, that's not what I was aiming at. That's where my finger was pointing over there. Even worse,
Alright.
I accidentally use a firebolt instead of a ray of frost.
Well, you didn't roll that low, so yeah, part of the bridge is covered in ice. Part of it is still burning, and it doesn't take long for enough of it to start burning that you can hear the rope starting to stretch and about to snap.
Oh, at least I know I can make that jump later if we need to go back over.
Alright, so then if nobody else is going to try to put it out fully, it will eventually snap and continue burning.
I mean, I
can always do
guess.
Ray of Frost again.
Prestidigitation?
Okay.
Oh. I don't know, does a 25-foot bridge on fire count as a small campfire?
Well, it's still on the edge, right?
Oh yeah, true. It probably hasn't had time to spread that far unless it's like the entire bridge was coated in gasoline for some reason.
Well, I did say that it had spread quickly, so it was with a fluid. But you are able to at least put out the source of it and just say that Darwin shot a different part of it than the part that the source was. The rune that is at the end is still glowing, though.
Break the rune?
Okay.
Just firebolt at it, problem solved.
Does Dispel Magic work on that?
It might. You certainly may attempt to do so.
Anybody have control flame?
I have mold earth, but that's not gonna help.
And we said that Ray of Frost would not work at all, right? Because I have it. What if multiple Rays of Frost attack it?
Well, no, it put out part of the bridge.
I mean, I have Ray of Frost too. That's about all I have.
Multiple
We are the-
prestidigitations. Every
Actually-
small campfires at a time.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, true.
Lord, what about Lord Strahd? Hey, your Strahdness? He's here, right?
Yes, he's
Okay.
there.
Okay,
Crushed
because I just gotta make sure, because sometimes I don't be knowing who's here. We've obviously seen this. Yo, do you have anything like a strong, like I don't know, something to help us put out this fire, please?
You think acid puts out fires?
Yes.
Technically, just hear me out. I know that usually wind or oxygen feeds fire, but if the wind is too much, it will snuff out a fire, depending on how strong the fire is. Just like if you blow on a match, the candle, or a candle, like the flame goes out. So what if somebody could conjure a big
great
enough,
wind.
yeah, more like
That
a
actually works.
We'll
tornado.
also snap the lines and destroy the bridge as well.
I mean, we have people that can fly. We've seen this.
Weakened state.
I'll be honest. We don't need the bridge.
We
frankly
don't need
Yeah.
the bridge.
I'll cast Shatter on this bridge. Okay, that's how much I don't care for that bridge.
It's like, screw it. You want to break your bridge? Nah, we'll do it ourselves.
I'll break your bridge
People are
next
trying
time
to
on
like put out
Beyblade.
the fire. He just walks up and like, boom.
Big ass spider
Okay.
staring at me from my
So,
hallway.
while you're all discussing spells and such, are you going to use the spell magic or not? Fennec?
Yes, I would like to try Dispel Magic.
Okay. As you move your hands and say the verbal components, the glow suddenly goes out. And since the fire had been put out before that, it does not seem to reignite.
Yay.
So, that particular glyph of warding is dispelled. Since it is a 3rd level, it doesn't need a roll.
Well, if he didn't know we were here, he sure as hell does now.
Now all of China knows you're here.
Definitely. First, Miranda just Eldritch blasting that thing. He's like, yeah, he knows we're here. Or he could have just sensed Strahd's presence this entire time.
Dun dun dun.
Or he could be
Sorry,
looking
I
through
had to go
Strahd's
back through
eyes.
what happened.
Using the dispel magic did turn off the glyph of warding, since it was the same third level spell, so it didn't require a roll.
Okay.
So you have crossed the first bridge and are on the next butte. Everybody would like to make a perception check.
Okay,
I perceive that I'm an idiot.
we all do.
I mean, you have advantage at that one.
I mean, shoot, DM, that's at your discretion. I will gladly take.
I'm saying
Lives
to
by being
perceive
idiot.
that specific thing, yes.
No, I'm gonna perceive if there's any rare butterflies around that I can show Fennec. That is the best roll I've ever had in this campaign.
Sorry, I'm back. There was a big ass spider that decided to charge me, and I panicked.
Did you just say a big ass fly?
No, a big ass spider.
Oh, spider. Oh, you better burn the house down, brother.
I'm just warning you now. If at any point I shout, it's because the last plate I saw it. It's underneath my desk, and if I shout, it's because it's run next to my feet.
So you said earlier that your father was screaming for your brother, but are we sure he wasn't screaming because he's seen a spider too? Like, it's
That might have been a
possible.
spider. I don't know.
It could have been possible. He's seen a daddy long leg. He said, "Hail to the knob,
No,
brother.
that
Hail
was
to the
long
knob."
legs. That looked like a freaking brown recluse up in here.
Oh, nah, you gotta burn the whole goddamn city down now.
He's doing it.
Dobbs got
So-
28, Miranda got 15.
I have a 23 for my perception on butterflies. Seems like butterflies is the roll.
As
what
he
just
goes to
happened?
wander off of butterflies, Dobbs takes his sword.
No, you don't. Fine, I'll look for whatever we're looking for while looking for a butterfly, but he doesn't know that.
Okay. So
it's a 23.
all right.
Owen's only sitting at a 14 for perception.
Everybody who has a 22 or higher is able to notice very small mounds of dirt that are slightly higher than the rest that has clung to the top of these buttes. And Benevolence in particular does notice that there are some very small little butterflies that are lapping up at what appears to be some red fluid pouring up from underneath, oozing out of the surface.
That's cool.
So frightening.
Well, what's frightening about that? Butterflies love
Spiders.
How many mounds?
3 of them.
How tall would you say they are?
They're just bumps,
30,
like a couple of
29,
inches.
and 24 to hit. For Miranda, Eldritch Blast.
Okay, 1 second here.
Syl's gonna take out a light crossbow.
Everyone already has his heavy crossbow. Oh, darn, my big rock buddy.
Which spell did you say that you were using?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. All right. you do hit the mounds of dirt, and go ahead and roll damage on that.
The first one is 20.
Okay.
Second one is 15. And the third one is 19.
I just realized there's a train.
And as you fire these Eldritch Blasts off at the mounds, there's bursts of activity as the butterflies lift off the ground, some of them burning in the air from the Eldritch Force that has been detonated near them. The dirt tossing up, some of it compacting down, but mostly just lifting up from not being as tightly packed down. And there is a stirring that is coming from beneath where the mounds had been.
Bonus action, do it again.
Alright. 1 second here. Might affect the attack on these.
We got a Fiat on our hands. The spider's back!
Okay.
Wait, no, it's a different one. Goddamn.
So it'll be
They're multiplying.
23, 22, and 18.
What was the lowest of them?
18.
Okay. The second lowest?
23, 22.
Okay. The 23 hits.
15 damage. 23 was the first hit.
Alright, and were you firing them at the same mound or 3 separate ones
Yeah.
again?
3 separate ones, so it would have gone to the first one again.
And what was the total damage?
12, 24. 30, I think 39?
Okay. Alright. And as that has been unleashed, everybody go ahead and roll for initiative.
Alrighty.
Thanks,
Miles gonna be using his-
Miranda.
Dobbs was gonna wake him up anyways when he walked by. Miranda has 13. Dobbs has 20.
decent spread. Except for the enemy. They're all mostly bunched. And Darwin. I didn't get
How
yours.
close together are they?
They are 15 feet from each other in a triangle.
Okay.
Almost equidistant angles. Not quite. Darwin, what was your initiative? Alright. Since he is occupied at the moment, possibly fighting a evil spider from the Underdark, we will start with Silky.
Woo! Did anything pop out of these mounds?
There is something which is crawling out of the mound presently. A medium stitched together figure that appears to have partially rotten flesh.
Fantastic. Love fighting the undead. How far away is this thing?
Presently, it is 20 feet from now.
I already have my crossbow. Oh, that's wonderful. It's a ranged weapon. I am going to shoot it. Yeah. Get advantage on that. Yeah. That is a 26.
Okay.
I'm
that
sorry,
hits.
I'm back again.
Okay. Just roll your initiative. I'm started with
I'm
Sil
using
since I
time
jumped
skip
in.
for that.
Okay.
Does it hit?
It does.
Alright, this is gonna be with the silver bolt. If that matters. So that's a d8 and 76s. That's 8. Nice. So 8, 9, 15, 19, 25, 31, 32, 38. So that's 43 piercing damage.
Okay. So it is silvered. It has nothing else with it, correct?
That's it.
All right. Anything else that you are doing on your turn?
Which weapons out to the silver rapier and adamant short sword, and move up to be within 10 feet of them.
Okay. All right. As you move up to them, you can see that the bolt is shot into and sticking out of part of their back, with how the flesh is partially rotted and clinging to the skeleton. It does not seem to slow them as they finish crawling out of the ground.
That's cool.
It is Umbra's turn.
Umbra, what you got for us? She's not a fan of the undead either. As a bonus action, she's gonna. Well, she has 2 revolvers, so she's gonna take out the fire revolver and shoots the one that still shot. That is a dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
Sweet. It's gonna also use. That requires a 5. Never mind. So that's a D10, not a D8. 7 and 9. 9 fire damage.
Okay.
Oh, I am dumb. I forgot to add the. Never mind. I'll remember next time.
Sure you will.
Well, then, as a bonus action, she'll load in a special fire shot. Gotta be ready for the next turn.
Okay. Alright. It does seem to burn. The smell of inflamed flesh is wafting in the air. The nail is going to try and hit it with a staff. That does hit. She smacks it hard in the side of the face, trying to just hit it hard enough to possibly spin it or otherwise knock it over. And it just seems to smash into the side of the face and just stand there before she pulls the staff back.
Umbra's gonna tell it a GTFO.
Yeah, she is
Get the
going
fuck
to
out of
back
there.
up.
Yes!
Alright. That'll go to Goliath, who didn't have their ballista loaded. Goliath is going to do that. And it is Fennec's turn.
I am also going to try the Eldritch Blast, but we only have one out, right?
No, 3 of them are out, but only one has thus far been hit.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna split it between a 3. No, just the one. I'm just gonna hit the one. Okay, well, that sucked, but I got a 12, a dirty 20, and a 27.
Okay. You hit twice.
Okay. Looks like that was 8 for each.
Okay, so 16 force damage total.
Yep.
Alright, anything else that you are doing?
Not at the. No. I have a bonus action though, right?
Yes, you do.
Then let me go ahead and try it again. Ugh, 9, got a 28, and a 23.
Okay, hit twice again.
I got a 19 total force damage.
Nice, nice, nice.
Okay. Alright, it definitely looks like being hit, it is scorching and sloughing off some of the flesh from the bone, almost flaying it.
Ooh, that's nasty.
It's just falling to pieces.
What do they
Alright.
look like? Are they Civical or human, elf?
They appear to be mostly human. There appears to be pieces that have been stitched together from other species. The skeleton and flesh itself, from what is exposed, definitely seems piecemeal. It has at its side, each of them, a great sword that they have yet to draw. The sword itself appears to be a mixture of metal and bone and flesh that has been worked together as one, with glyphs along the side of it.
That doesn't look too friendly. I think we don't want to be hit by one of those things. Alright, who's next?
Alright, that is Darwin.
Alright, how to raise, of which, let's see here. I'm gonna send 3 each at the 2 that are untouched, and then 2 at the one that has been touched.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do 2 for the. You want me to roll like to hit and damage for each one individually, or do you want me to roll all the hits and then all the damage?
All the hits first. So,
Okay,
first go for the one that is the closest.
Gotcha. So that is 2 of them. First is 23. Second is 21.
Okay, both hit.
Alright, moving on to the second one that's getting 3 shots. That is 23 again. Is a 19. And a 18.
Okay, hit all 3 times.
Alright, and for the final one is another 18. Is a 17. What is with this dice slowly counting down? And a 24.
Okay, hit all 3.
Alright, and that's 2d6 per each hit. Where are my d6? There they are. Wait. So for the first hit on the closest one, that is 7 damage.
Okay.
For the second hit on the closest one, it's 3 damage. Moving on to the second one. The first hit is 6 damage. For the second hit, that is 10 damage. Then for the third hit, that is 4 damage. Then moving on to the last one, for the first hit, we have 4 damage. Second hit, 3 damage. And for the last hit, we have 6 damage.
Okay. Alright. They do appear to still be standing, though the first one definitely is looking worse for wear.
And then to follow that up, we're going to go ahead and action surge.
Okay.
English priest.
Anguish. I like how I was making fun of the Strahdness thing and the dictionary, and now I'm sitting here mispronouncing the word action. And we are going to follow it up with a... No, not a Ray of Frost. A Firebolt on the closest zombie.
Okay.
Which is... I am rolling the wrong dice for that. Alright, so to hit... What is that? That is a 12. What?
Okay, that does not hit.
Again?
Right. Anything else that you were doing?
He's gonna finish off by, actually, I think that'll be it, I believe.
Okay.
Or no, he's gonna use Bardic Inspiration on... We'll go with Dobbs.
Alright, and what do you say or do for it?
Dobbs. Please finish off these creatures here. They've probably been out here far longer than they should have.
Alright, and it is Dobbs' turn. Dobbs.
How many are still up?
All 3.
Which one's wounded?
They're all wounded now, but the one closest is the most wounded.
Is there an edge nearby?
Is there a what nearby?
Is there an edge nearby?
No, they're not near the edge of the butte, if that's what you mean.
I don't know with this string. It doesn't need to be that close.
How far is the edge?
Right now, from you, it's about 20 feet away. From them, that would make it 35.
If you can do it, so we'll pay you 5 platinum. From this range.
You really just want to see Dubs throw them, huh?
I really want to see me throw them.
Yeah!
I mean, if off from that height, they'll either get finished off by the fall, or they'll get finished off by whatever's down there to eat them.
Possibly.
Or they kill whatever's down there trying to eat us when we go back down there later.
In a practicality sense, it's an action to grapple, right?
It is, yes.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's
shit,
also
so
an
take the
action
turns.
to. It's also an action to throw.
Yes, though you could use action surge to do that.
Bonus action. Charge. Run up.
You don't have Tavern Brawler, correct?
That's what I'm checking.
I was going to say, if you do, if you hit with a striker improvised weapon, bonus action to attempt the grapple. You'd still have to use an action to throw, but you could hit and grapple, depending on how that goes. But I forget if you had that one or not, because it's been a bit.
No, the ogres do. Specifically the barbarian. No. Nope, charger, mobile, sentinel, offensive duelist. Great, weapon mastery. Yeah, no, because it'll give me 60 feet for a, oh shit, 80 feet, for a charge, bonus action charge. So I'll go up, grapple, drag it close to the edge, action surge, throw him.
Okay. So, go ahead and roll to attack them.
Uh, 25.
Okay, that definitely hits. And you're going to grapple and then throw them. Go ahead and make a strength check. And you're grabbing the first one, correct?
I'll go with a non-injured one at this point.
Well, less injured, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's two of them. One looks slightly more injured than the other.
I'll take the less injured one. He's going to be more injured in a second.
Possibly. All right. Yeah. At a 13, they do not beat your grapple attempt.
And then throw him, like whip him off the edge.
So they would be improvised, since you don't have the Tavern Brawler. So be throwing them beyond the 20 feet. So disadvantage. See if you can throw them far enough. You're still able to throw them. It's just how far you're able to get them.
Well, I'm dragging them over.
Oh, you okay? I missed that part. So yeah, you're gonna drag them far enough.
Yeah.
Boo! That wasn't the deal. Throw them 35 feet from here.
Would that be an athletics check?
He said you have
No,
disadvantage.
it'd be disadvantage on a just an attack roll.
Well, fuck. It's not a nat 20. Just what the high one is. That would be 24.
That is still enough. You manage to throw them. They kind of hit the edge and skid and slide right over far enough that there's no grabbing the edge of the butte cliff face. Do you stay put as they disappear over the edge, or do you watch your handiwork?
I got 80 feet of travel. I'll go watch my handiwork.
Okay. So they have a long way to go, but you can see as they are falling, they are hitting into just bits of rock that are sticking out. And as they are smacking into the rock, there is no sound of breaking bones or blood coming out. The musculature, what rotting bits of it that there are, seems to contract and swell, little tendrils sticking out and cushioning the blows as they are falling. It definitely has gotten them away from you. It does not appear to have injured them.
So, probably resistant to blunt attacks.
You think at the very least, considering that you didn't hear anything breaking at all or any blood.
Yeah, probably resistant to bludgeoning. Or at least non-magical bludgeoning. I use the rest of my movement to go back and face off against one of the injured ones.
Okay.
Does the throw count as an attack?
It does.
Wait, but does the grapple count as an attack?
No, it counts as an action.
Okay. So if the throw, then I still have 2 more attacks that I can make.
Actually, wait. Hang on. Let me double check that. It's been a while since
Yeah.
I've dealt with grapple rules. Mostly because in 5e, grapple is not as good as people think that it is, unless you specifically strategize around its
Yep.
limitations.
There are specifically 2 feats to do it. One is Tavern Brawler.
I don't think you can.
It is an
though.
attack action, yes. So it's a special melee attack. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one of them.
Oh, grapple?
Yes.
Oh, so I didn't have to use
The action
Action
surge.
surge.
No. I was mistaken
Okay.
on that.
So I still have one more attack then. Which I will use to attack the injured one. Somebody's around it, right?
Presently, nobody is next to it. Syl is next to the one that is the most injured.
Okay, that's the one I'm going to.
Okay.
DC 20 strength check.
Okay.
I mean, I got a 32, so I think a hit.
Yeah, it's only got a 6.
So it's prone now.
Okay.
So,
I heard signs of aging, but I didn't hear anything other than that.
give me a sec.
I have a feeling he just did a lot of something.
Sneak attack bonus.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm part rogue.
No way. That thing counts as a finesse weapon.
It does. It does. If I'm only wielding one two-hander, it counts as finesse. For purposes of combat, and light, as well as this specific one actually has finesse in a property.
Yeah, it's a pretty potent sword.
How did you get that, and how can I get one?
I bargained it for the crown of the whatever.
Crown of the Mad Mage King.
Yeah. So back to counting. 40, 53. 9 of which is electric. Hold on. Yeah, it's the Blade of the Storm Giant. Yeah, so yeah, 9 is electric.
Okay. And the 50
It's magical slashing.
is magical slashing. Okay. Well, that does make a big difference. So yeah, you. How do you want to do that?
Right down the center from tip of the forehead to the out the pee-pee hole, with electric arcs coming out and going between each other, of the two halves that split apart, charring the insides, cauterizing.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So
Spraying stuff all over Syl. I'm just kidding.
it is a smoking, slightly twitching mess from the electricity as coursing through it still for a few bits, before it just collapses down onto the ground.
How far away is the last one from this guy?
15 feet.
So originally, how far was it from me?
It was. That was 20.
So it's 20, and then I went up, grappled, and threw him from there. So I move up to the last guy, action surge, and attack him. 21 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
DC 20 strength check.
Okay. That fails with a 9.
Okay, he's prone.
Okay. Anything else that you're doing?
Yeah, I got 2 more attacks.
Okay.
45 magical slashing, of which 8 is electric. And then another hit. $46, 8 of which is electrical. And for the last one, that's a 30, so $43, again 8, which is electrical.
Alright, and how are you doing this one?
I'll cut this one's head off.
Okay.
Same little electrical business.
I could stop dropping things. That'd be fantastic.
I hope the next time you reach down, the spider's there.
Don't say that, because I don't know if I killed the same one. 'Cause I killed the one I saw out in the hallway a second ago. I don't know if that was the same one or not. It looked like the same one.
And if combat's over, I'm going to stab it in the heart and the head. And then same thing with the other one that's still up here. Because I don't need them rising back up from the grave.
Okay.
As it were. Again.
Yeah, that'd be not good.
Granted, it'll probably be at 1 hit point, but it's still annoying.
Yeah, very much.
This is gonna give you 5 platinum.
I'm going to take your 5 platinum. Oh, is that for throwing the one off the edge?
Yeah.
It didn't take any
It wasn't
damage
a
from the fall.
swish, but you threw it. That's okay.
It did go off the edge, but it didn't look like it was taking any damage on the way down.
Still does not know that.
Oh, I tell you.
Oh.
After I take the 5 platinum from you.
Well, I did not specify that it needed to die.
No.
Next time I will.
Okay.
Um.
So. All right. That is a 21 to hit Dobbs.
Is it a melee?
Yes.
What?
Reaction parry. Misses.
Okay. The remnant that you are standing next to as you finish it is still on the ground. The sword itself, tendrils and part of an arm reach out from it, gripping the ground and turning it, spinning it as it tries to lash out, but you deftly step back.
Oh shit. I'm glad I didn't say I was gonna pick down and pick that up, because that's what I was about to
Silically.
do. Ah, fuck. Yes?
That is a 25 to hit.
Damn. That's it.
Miss. Only he
I wish
missed.
I had. Should have picked that up.
Can I see the creature that's trying to attack Soliloquy right now?
It appears to be the sword itself.
I'm assuming I can't exactly cast cutting words on it.
You can demoralize the sword.
Yeah,
I mean, whether or not it'll do anything, you could still do it.
It's probably not going to do anything though.
Did it attack with advantage?
No, it didn't attack with advantage.
Okay.
So yeah,
She
you
does
could
have alert.
use a bardic inspiration to make it have disadvantage.
Well, it is technically on the floor. Shouldn't it have disadvantage to attack from there?
It is not in and of itself prone. Once it uses the hand to get up, then it's no longer prone, and it has to use the hand to move itself.
Nasty.
So, Darwin, are you wanting to make it have to roll it again, or?
Well, if I'm using cutting words, I just roll a d10 and subtract from it, so...
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll go and do it. Screw it. We're gonna see how much we can subtract from this.
You suck, sword. No, you don't.
At least 3. At least a 3.
Oh, don't worry, so it's losing 7 off of its roll.
Okay.
So that makes
So
it 18.
That definitely misses.
Okay. it swings out immediately after you are commenting about Dobbs. However, as the
other one.
turn cycle would be going through, you would be the first of the two starting your turn within range of it. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Question: Did Darwin ever get the secondary turn?
You
From
would be getting it before Syl does the roll.
Okay.
So if you wish to
That
make
was their
your
choice.
action real quick, then you can do that.
It's just the sword attacking, right?
Yes. The sword and the bone and flesh that is attached to it.
How much would you say that weighs?
Well, it's a great sword that's got some extra stuff flopped on top of it. So... I'd say
Those
maybe
things
about
are
10
like, what,
pounds in total.
5 pounds?
10 pounds total.
Yeah, between the plates with runes on it and then the bone and flesh. Yeah, about 10 pounds.
Let me see here, because I might be about to be a cheeky son of a bitch.
Well, I can think of a couple of things with its weight that would definitely be cheeky.
Yeah, so let's see here. I'll tell you what. So it's just the one sword with the arm attached right now that's swinging around.
There's two, one trying to attack Dobbs and one trying to attack Syl.
Alright. I'm gonna do something silly. I'm gonna use catapult on the sword trying to attack Syl and launch it at the other sword. So with the second level catapult, you can lift a 10-pound object.
Okay.
So that sword needs a dexterity 17 saving throw. Do not get hit by the other sword.
It fails.
Do you have to touch
Alright.
the
It's
sword?
only 12.
No, it is a something within range, and I just have to speak and say go, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Alright, and so that is 4d8. Do I have a d8? I might not have a d8.
Just
Okay,
use
so-
a...
You are a bad D&D player.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Half of them fell out of the
Shame!
container, and I don't know where the container went.
Shame!
So that's gonna be 4d8 on... They both technically take 4d8 since they're colliding with each other. Is that a thing?
The one that is being thrown doesn't technically take damage, but I will say that I'll roll a lesser damage because of the fact that it's a weapon hitting another weapon.
So like half for the one that's being launched, probably.
Well, I'd say that I'll roll 2d4 and add that to what it takes.
Okay, then I'll roll for the one that's actually getting hit.
Yeah.
Right, so... ...14 damage for the sword that's getting hit. The sword arm, whatever that weird concoction of is.
Okay. So the one that is getting hit, the blade sinks in between part of the plate holding the glyph on it in place, slicing into tendons and sinews, just this squirming mass before it's just slumps, and there's just a pool of blood. The other one taking a big fracture into part of the blade itself from the impact of hitting the metal so forcefully, not typically used with that much speed and force behind it.
The secondary impulse was just to catapult it off the side of the cliff, but I figured
I figured that or Mage Hand to do that.
That's what I was gonna do. She was gonna use Mage Hand, just pick up the damn thing and throw it.
Oh, yeah, no, but I figured, like, hey, I might as well kill two birds with one stone.
Quite
Or
literally.
kill two birds with another bird.
Yes, kill two birds with no stone.
Even
Birds with bird.
better.
Bird with
If
bird.
they weren't objects, you wouldn't be able to do that, but since they are...
Kill stone with stone.
Alrighty. Anything else you were doing on your turn?
Darwin's just gonna be sitting there laughing a little bit due to the irony of the situation. he's just gonna be kind of taken out of the fight for a second because of the fact that actually worked. Having a little bit of joke and be like, alright, I know we're in the middle of fighting these things, but like, y'all saw that, right?
We saw. It's funny.
It's funny to me.
Alright. Then it would be the third remnant's turn. It is still falling toward the ground, hitting a few rocks along the way. Miranda, it's your turn.
Give me a second.
Is this the second round?
No, it's still part of the first round.
Oh.
I was just letting you know in advance that you're going to have to roll the wisdom save.
Still?
Yes.
Ah. Do it now or when it's my
No,
turn?
when it's your turn.
I need more magical weapons.
Never leave home without it.
She only has one magical weapon. Two if you're counting the adamantine short sword.
So, did Miranda notice the rune connection between the weapons and the creatures?
Go ahead and make a quick Arcana check.
A quick what?
Arcana check.
Okay. 18.
She does notice that there are glyphs on them. The swords themselves appear to be that it is animating them, allowing them to attack even after these creatures are fallen. The other runes, which are on the creatures themselves, there's quite an assortment of them. There does appear to be something that is designed to keep them from making any sound vocally or just at all. It appears that there's something that just deadens the sound around them. There's also a few different glyphs, things that appear to tie toward their immunity to certain types of damage. And also one that is clear that seems to, on inspection, indicate that had it not been as high an amount of magical slashing damage, the lightning was actually working to heal the creatures. There is another one which is difficult to make out because it is buried in part of the chest itself, and only part of it is exposed.
How far is that guy fallen so far?
Well, it was a 250-foot drop, so he's still got a long way to go.
So he's still within, like, 120 feet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you just have to go over the edge and then fire.
Okay. So I go over the edge and I fire down at the glyphs specifically on the sword.
Okay.
And I'm going to. Did fire look like it worked?
It seems that the fire was working just fine. Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna use the firebolt. And that would be a 28 to hit.
Okay. That definitely does hit.
Uh, 30 fire damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action, do it again.
Okay. You can see that the sword itself has burned up all of the flesh, and the glyphs on the sword have started falling off since they were held in place partially by it.
Okay, so the magic that's animating it should be done now?
On the sword, yes.
Okay. Then aim at the creature, then the chest where the other glyph might have been.
Okay.
20?
That hits.
Fire damage.
Okay. Alright. It is catching fire. The glyph itself flickers, and then there is this mixture of black and dark green and this bright purple light and smoke that pulses out from the glyph itself. And as the creature is plummeting, you can see that there are large spiders, scorpions, birds, other things that are on the sides of the buttes themselves. And as this happens, there's this spherical pulse that radiates outward, and immediately all the creatures just run as far away as they can.
No, that's nice to know.
And they appear to be moving very, very quickly.
So they're just straight up running away.
They are definitely running away. They seem to be moving faster than normal.
Okay. I will use the rest of my movement to descend down a little bit. Probably only have like 10 feet. And I'll move 10 feet off of the edge of the cliff.
Okay.
Use that as the 10 feet. And then observe and continue to move down in subsequent turns at an arc away from the edge.
Okay.
And monitor this creature as it falls.
All right.
Actually, Action Surge and throw another firebolt at it. Yeah, 26 at the glyph. Use the daily Action Surge. .33 fire damage.
Okay. Alright, and it is still plummeting. It is definitely burning a bit. Alright, Alwyn is next. They are just going to look around the butte itself, staying away from the corpses and looking for any other potential dangers. They do discern that there is nothing else up there that they can spot. Alright. Strahd is after them. They are simply going to observe for a bit, keeping their distance, but looking over at the hill, pulling out a spyglass and trying to see if there's anybody watching them. Alright, and that ends the round in... Yes, so now go ahead and roll your wisdom save.
$16.
Okay.
And if that's not high enough, 26.
One moment. Alrighty. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Come on. Want me to do all the fucking pieces of shit? So 1. So that's a 5. Can I roll again? It was kind of lopsided, a little, you know. It wasn't flush to the ground a little bit.
No. So,
Of just that corpse?
that one specifically, yes.
Might have a way to get you out of that, bud. Give me 1 sec. Where is
So,
it?
you're not able to move closer and would have disadvantage on attacking the corpse. And any movement that you are doing is automatically doubled. Go ahead and make a intelligence check or arcana check, either one that you wish to do.
They're the same. 10.
You feel perfectly fine. You can't think that it did anything other than just make you afraid of the corpse.
Okay.
And you may make your movement or other actions as you see fit. Save if you attack the corpse, you have disadvantage.
Can I attack the sword?
You can attack the sword, you would have to move to it first. Because it's by the second one right now, since the catapult.
But would she know to attack the sword? Can I roll an Arcana on the sword for the glyphs?
When you can, you definitely did see it move and try to attack you, so, I mean, you knew that the sword tried to attack you.
Alright, then I'll go attack the sword.
Alright, so it is presently 15 feet away. Are you attacking from range or moving to it?
So if I move 7.5 feet, I'll get to move 15 feet?
You don't realize that the haste has been applied.
I'll go over to it, and
Okay.
once I realize I'm going faster, she'll stop.
Yeah. As soon as you move the 15 feet, you realize that you have moved 30.
So then she'll move back 7.5 feet.
Okay. And that will leave you your remaining movement if you choose to use it later. But you have used up 22.5 feet. Alright. You may attempt to make your attack.
I'm going to use the Addy short sword. It's an object, right?
It is.
So it's an automatic crit.
Objects still have AC.
Yeah, but it's an adamant weapon, and whenever it hits an object, it's an automatic crit. 20.
1 second, that does make me have to check something, specifically because of what the sword is made out of.
It's an Addy sword too?
Yes.
So, when they collided with the catapult.
Yeah, because they were both, it didn't really matter between the two of them. So whenever it hits, the hit is a critical hit. It still does have to hit, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Which is why it doubled for the damage that was dealt.
So that's a 28.
That hits.
So that's going to be. Is there an ally near the sword?
Does it have an ally, or you're asking if you have an ally?
Is Dobbs near the sword?
Yes, Dobbs is near the sword.
Okay. That'd be 14d6. A lot of ones, which is very saddening. .50 piercing damage.
It seems to go right into the metal and hit some weak flaw in its forging, shattering it into shards.
Nice.
Right. And then it would be Umber's turn.
How many corpses are on the ground?
2 that are around right now.
And how spread out are they?
They're 15 feet apart. You are right next to one of them.
Fantastic. Are any allies within a 15 cube of me, in front of me?
Dobbs.
You know you don't care about me.
If it was Syl, she'd, without hesitation, use it. But
Oh, I thought you were still asking with Syl. No, Umbra is wherever you had her before, because she didn't move up in melee range. So yeah, she'd be 20 feet.
And then she'd position herself where that 15-foot cube will encompass the corpses and possibly Syl.
Okay. So they're 15 feet apart. So if it's exactly 15 feet, then you wouldn't be able to fully encompass both of them. You'd be able to hit the edge of them, though. So, just if that makes a difference on whether or not Syl has any reaction, then she'd have advantage to whatever it is.
So it wouldn't hit Syl, but it would hit both the corpses?
The corpses are exactly 15 feet apart. The sword, since it got pinged, she was slightly, like, part of a foot. Which is just enough that, like I said, if it requires, like, a dex save or whatever, depending on what you're choosing, Syl would be able to have advantage on that. Just because she's partially in it.
And she's a rogue anyway, so she has advantage on dex saving throws.
Okay, yeah, I just didn't know what you were yet planning on doing.
She's gonna pull out her shotgun and use her effect engine ability, which creates a 15-foot cube of fire in front of her. And they need to make dexterity saving throws.
Which they fail since they are corpses.
Fantastic.
Alright, and then roll Syl on avoiding that.
It's good that she has advantage, because that was a nat 1.
That's funny. It's like, I don't like you anymore.
She does not.
And I'm gonna prove it. It's not because I like you or anything, senpai.
No, she hates Syl with a burning passion. It's a 24, so Syl definitely gets out of the way. And the corpses take 5d6 fire damage. Right. 15-foot cube. Yes. 6, 8, 10, 13, 17. They take 17 fire damage.
Okay. does not appear to be anything else that is currently getting up and attacking or doing the thriller dance or anything else of any sort of animation. The others are able to get up and quickly check that the swords and creatures are put down. The first remnant that had been attacked and not decapitated was unconscious but able to be put down easily with how many people have their turn before it has its? So.
Nice. All in a day's work.
Alright.
Tell me I forgot something about my own character again. Hold on a second. We're gonna.
Are there any special tools that she needs?
Oh, well, yeah, shit. I am from the College of Lord. Look at that.
You forgot which one it was.
Yeah.
No, you can separate it from the flesh and bone now that the corpse is dead. It's not going to move to resist it now because the glyph that helps with animating the corpse, which is also applied to the sword itself, doesn't have enough to animate that is capable of keeping it in place.
Alright, so Umbra would take off the plates.
Okay.
What kind does she get?
Alright. 1 second.
And could she copy them in the future?
As long as they are retained, they might be attempted to be used. Copying them and experimenting, etc.
Awesome. She loves using her runes and glyphs. Since that is the way she was trained.
Okay. So the party is able to obtain the glyphs of Frightening Aura, Channeled Healing from Lightning, Animate Object, Forced Arcane Application, and a few plates of resistance from different types of magic, which appears to have been amplified with another glyph that is damaged. The creature before had poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that it was immune to. The amplification is too damaged to have immunity, but there are still the resistance plates.
Poison, piercing, and necrotic?
Poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. And each one is a separate plate.
Those plates are definitely gonna be experiments.
It's quite a lot for just 3 individuals as well that are starting out here.
Alright, so let me get this straight. So there's frightening aura, animate object, arcane force, then there's 4 plates of resistance, and then 1 for heal from lightning.
Okay. So there's frightening aura, channeled healing from lightning, animate object, forced arcane application, and then the
Oh,
resistance to poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. Each of those 4 non-magical attack ones is a singular plate.
Okay. Definitely gonna keep these. The animate object one. She's already thinking of uses for that. What is force arcane application?
That means that if a spell requires a willing applicant, if they fail a charisma saving throw, it will treat them as if they were willing. In the case of haste, until the spell itself had its conditions met, you did not know that the spell occurred. So
and it's
had
not
you
like a
moved
damaging-
full, it doesn't matter if it's damaging or not. If it's something that requires willful, then it can apply. If you had tried moving your full movement, for example, you would have moved 60 feet instead, which would have carried you over the butte.
Bye-bye to Syl again.
Since you had chosen just to go up to the swords instead of to go to the bridge, you didn't overshoot the bridge. Yeah, and the frightening...
Is it still applied to her?
For 1 minute, yes. The frightening aura was able to keep that applied even with the creature dead. So, as long as the aura is active by the creature, having it, or the plate applied to it, then it will continue for 24 hours after it is first activated.
Can I put these plates on my armor?
I was gonna say, if there's a way to reverse engineer that healing by channeled lightning thing.
Slap this on Strahd here. Bam. We get to shock you.
The one thing is, with the resistance, if it's to a living creature, the damage would apply first before the healing would take effect. So if it was enough, it might knock you unconscious, and then you would heal after that. So that could potentially still take you out of being able to use a reaction on that turn.
But what if you die? Would it heal you?
It'd heal you for the amount that it can heal. If you're still negative, then, you're not stable yet, necessarily. That's the one limitation, is that it cannot stabilize you if you are still negative.
Give that to an NPC to give them the impression that we care about them.
I'm gonna give this to Strahd so we can shock him. She has a stun baton, so she'll just keep stunning him with it.
And just use thunderclap right in his face. I'm like, hey, I need to heal you up. Slap right in his face.
Well, thunderclap deals thunder, not lightning damage.
Oh shit, you right. Whoops. So I'd straight up, it'd just be like giving him a concussion, essentially. News is, it doesn't do that much, so we're fine.
Well, it does, what, 3d10?
No, for me it's 3d6.
Uh,
And I think I gain another one at level 17, so it goes up to 4d6.
Titan Aura. I'm gonna put this on Linnell's armor.
Alright. So,
Know a couple people in this party. That's not gonna
Stop
go well.
being a cheapskate. Your god is frowning on you.
Technically, he doesn't have a gun.
Oh, that's right, you're a bard.
I mean, he
Never
could
mind.
have one, but he doesn't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's more so like open book type deal. You know, it's like he'll
It's
pick
kind of
up
like picking up the yellow books and says, "Hey, Illmater, I could use a little help,
Yeah,
buddy,
in a
old
sense.
pal. Haven't I suffered enough today?"
If only you knew. You did not suffer enough.
No, that's. I remember now why I chose College of Lords, because his little thing is like, again, something that feels nice about people is when someone's understanding of your religion, and that's like kind of one of Darwin's little shtick is being a nice guy. And fun fact, locking yourself down to a religion tends to make it hard to be a nice guy to certain people.
Depends on the religion, but yeah.
Yeah,
Maynard's nice to everybody, even demons.
true.
Alright.
I ended up adopting that at some point then.
So, we are
I
going
know a
to...
guy who'd be happy to convert you.
We are going to end the session off for tonight. Hopefully we will have another one next week, where the party continues their intrepid journey across these bridges toward the house. And we'll see where things go.
By the way, I would totally love it if someone